EnglishSimmer here, and today we're going to be very open and honest. I say we, I mean me. You lot can also get open and honest in the comments down below. However, this is mainly about me and being a game changer because Jessie, aka Plumbella, recorded and uploaded a video that I found so interesting. Like, literally, the title piqued me. I was like, ooh, that's a bit of me. I want to watch it. I didn't. I refrained from watching it because I knew I wanted to record my own version. And Jessie just always makes great points when it comes to like feedback and critically thinking on The Sims 4. So I knew if I watched that, some of her opinions would bleed into mine, and I didn't want that. So today I'm going to be doing Jessica's If I Wasn't a Game Changer, would I personally spend my own money on the packs that we have so far for The Sims 4? We're in the big ol' year of 2021. It's been 7 years since The Sims 4 came out. This game costs almost a whopping 800 USD. That is so much money, and I'll throw it out there, I definitely wouldn't own all the packs if I wasn't a game changer and I didn't get them for free. And also, as I've grown older, I feel like I've definitely got more critical of the game. Like, I think that's just a natural progression, especially when like we're 7 years down the line in a game. I feel like that comes naturally to people throughout a lifespan of that long. First up, we're going to start with expansion packs, but can we just talk about how like Get to Work just doesn't exist on any EA official site? Like, this is their list of expansion packs. It starts from Get Together. Like, you can't scroll anymore. It's bizarre. It's like Get to Work just does not exist in EA's eyes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was just a mistake, but where is she? Would I buy her with my own money? I definitely think Get to Work. And this is kind of coming from like my younger perspective as well, because I like Jessie. I know me and Jessie share this in common. We mainly got like Sims packs for our birthdays and Christmases. Like, they were a sort of big occasion thing. I didn't have the money growing up as a kid to be able to buy these packs. And let's be real, if this wasn't my job and I wasn't getting them for free, I would have to pick and choose what I wanted still. So would I get her? Would I Get to Work? I think Get to Work would be, for me personally, one of those things that I would wait out for. I think it would be one that I would probably ask to get someone as a gift for me, or I would wait for it to be on sale. But eventually, I know I'd get jealous and I'd want to have babies at a hospital. Get Together, I would absolutely buy Get Together. I say this every time I talk about my opinions on expansions, but Get Together is one of those ones that lurks in the background, but I use it so frequently. I absolutely love having cafes in my game. I love Windenburg as a world, and I use the club system so much, especially when it comes to realism and like for kids and teenagers. I think it's just like a thing that I absolutely could not play the game without. So that would be like no hesitation. I would go out and buy Get Together. I also love DJing. City Living is another one. This might be an unpopular opinion, but without a question of a doubt, I would have picked up City Living on its release date with my own money. I would have gone out of my way to get this. I know it's not like the pack that has the most replayability in it and doesn't have the most gameplay, but I absolutely love the vibe of the city. I start out so many of my starter sims in San Myshuno. It feels like Manchester, so I also feel like I have like that heart tug on it because it reminds me of my home city. I just absolutely love San Myshuno and the careers. City Living is one of my favorite expansions. The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. This is definitely an unpopular opinion, but I wouldn't buy it. It just doesn't interest me. The veterinary career doesn't interest me. Like, what you can do with cats and dogs doesn't interest me. I think it's probably one of those ones that I would eventually like end up asking for, because I'd probably rarely like see a Sims YouTuber have pets and I'd be like, oh, they're actually quite cute. Seasons, I feel like this is a given for anyone. I would absolutely get sick of the eternal summer. It's not my favorite seasons ever. I definitely miss having festivals, but I do love like the seasons themselves. And I also love the calendar and being able to plan events. I love the flower arranging. So seasons probably, again, would be one that I would have picked up on release. I do think they can make seasons better. I feel like it's definitely not the best iteration that we've had in the Sims franchise, but I feel like it's just one of those must-have packs to at least make your game feel different from what it has been. And that, my friends, is what we call consumerism. Seasons is the pack where consumerism literally just wins. Get Famous, unpopular opinion, I would have zero hesitation. It could come out tomorrow and I would be like, get this in my game. I love Get Famous personally. I really like the music production side of things. I love the acting career. I feel like Get Famous is a really good pack to tell stories in. I love having celebrities in general in my game. Island living is a really tough one for me. I was literally just speaking about this on stream the other day. I personally loved Island Living because of my own Let's Play. Like, my characters that I created and really focusing on like the culture of Sulani, which is what I feel like they really did well with Island Living, like the stories that they told through the culture of the Sims who live there and the locals. I absolutely adore that. I probably wouldn't be able to resist it. I would probably watch like reviews and be like, oh, this feels a little bit lackluster, like mermaids aren't that great. However, I love a tropical setting. I love Sulani as a world. I think it's so pretty. And personally, I just don't think I'd be able to resist. So I would spend my own money on Island Living. Discover University, this is one that I struggled with because I like Discover University for the fact that it really expands the game. You can send anyone to university. I do feel like there is a good range of degrees. That's not to say that I definitely wouldn't have others. And I do feel it's a bit weird how like some of the careers are related to some of the degrees. But personally, when you're in university, it just doesn't really feel like that university experience that we're used to in The Sims. I think Sims 2 and Sims 3, I just spat on my microphone. That's how freaking passionate I am about this video. But yeah, I just feel like you didn't get the full university sort of hype and it just felt a little bit flat to me. Discover University would probably be the ones that I would put on my Christmas list. I'd be like, Grandma, hey, look, there's this pack coming out. If you can't think of anything else to get me for Christmas, I'd really appreciate Discover University for The Sims 4. She would have no idea what that meant, but she would probably buy it for me because she's a little doll and I love her so much. Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle, absolutely, without a doubt, would be in my game release date. I love eco lifestyle. I know that's an unpopular opinion. I know some of you are going to be like, why would you spend your money on that? It fits my gameplay style. I absolutely love the fact that you can like fully furnish a house like off your own back. I just love the grind of eco lifestyle. It's one of my favorites. Yes, I have my issues with it, but at the end of the day, it's a pack that I probably use one of the most of, and I freaking love it. I would walk into game, I would slap my money down on the counter and be like, give me eco lifestyle right this instant. Snowy Escape, absolutely not. I would not spend my money on this. I did think when I was thinking about doing this video, I was like, I think I would probably pay for all of the expansions. Snowy Escape is the exception. It is the snowy exception to that rule. I hate it. It doesn't add anything outside of Mount Komorebi. I love the build and buy mode options. I love the Japanese cultural element. I think that side of it is absolutely perfect. From a gameplay perspective, it doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. And The Sims 4 Cottage Living, who am I kidding? This had me literally on the opening trailer. The reveal trailer came out and I was like, yes. I would pay money for this. It's my gameplay all the way through. It's kind of like Eco Lifestyle. I seriously think I could play The Sims 4 with Seasons, Cottage Living, and Eco Lifestyle and have years of fun with it, which is bizarre to say, but I genuinely think I could. Moving on to game packs, we of course have Outdoor Retreat. I could honestly take or leave Outdoor Retreat. I think I would eventually want it for herbalism. Sims 4 Spa Day, I genuinely would pay my own money for this because I use meditation and yoga so much. I absolutely love having Sims who are into the wellness skill. I don't really go to spas all that often. I do usually say I enjoy like taking my Sims out of the house not just to drink, and Spa Day is a way of doing that. The Sims 4 Dine Out probably would have been like on my short list. It probably would have been a pack that I would have wanted, but I would have like held back on paying for it purely because of the bugs and stuff like that. I know that the bugs have apparently been fixed, but I am so jaded from all the times that Dine Out has broken on me that I haven't been to a restaurant probably in the last 2 years. In The Sims 4. Vampires, they're my favorite vampires of the Sims franchise ever. I absolutely love it. I think it's the most in-depth and like polished game pack that we have for The Sims 4. I wouldn't be able to resist it personally. That might be because I am a big Supernatural fan. It's probably just the Twihard in me that's like, yes, you need to buy Vampires and then listen to the Twilight soundtrack on repeat. And I probably would have done that if I didn't have to make game changer videos on it. So I would say big yes to Vampires. Parenthood, again, it's kind of like Dine Out for me. I probably would have waited. I much would have preferred Parenthood to be a Generations-esque expansion. I do like some of the stuff that comes with it. I absolutely love the journals. I don't use the personality stuff like as much as I ever thought I would, to be completely honest. I think there's some like fun storylines, but I feel like what makes Parenthood fun is like the storylines you play with it, rather than like the actual functionality of the pack. So I probably would have held back on Parenthood, but felt the pressure to get it eventually because I was like, oh, maybe I do want to make my families a little bit more interesting. Jungle Adventure, I honestly think is a decent pack. Like, I think Jungle Adventure's done quite well. Don't get me wrong, like, it can get repetitive, but I feel like it's one of those ones that you don't really like play like a lot. Like, you never really feel bored of it because you don't like repeatedly do it over and over. It's kind of like if you have a specific sim that you know is going to be into that. I love all of the relics that you can collect. I love the fact that your sims can get sick. I love that there's an element of risk. Would I put my money down on it personally? I probably would have waited for a sale on that one. Hindsight is 2020. Strangerville is kind of exactly the same as Jungle Adventure, but I feel like I would have gone out and bought Strangerville on release because I personally love the story element. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't a big fan of the ending, but I absolutely love how like different it feels, and I really love the world. I think it's just a really cool idea, and I definitely think that would have drawn me in, and I would have put my money down on it straight away. Realm of Magic, again, we all know I have my issues with Realm of Magic. I did a video just recently like discussing the pack refreshes that I personally and you lot want to see, and Realm of Magic genuinely seems to be the game pack that people have the most issues with, just because the magic fall flats for like a lot of people. Fall flats? I cannot speak. Why am I recording this video today? But again, I am a sucker for supernaturals, and again, with my Let's Play and like the storylines that I told through Realm of Magic, I personally had a really fun time with this game pack, and I really like playing sort of that like herbalist, cottage living-y witch type, and therefore I definitely would purchase Realm of Magic because of the stories that I tell. Journey to Batu, we all knew it was coming. I would not spend my money on Journey to Batu. It is something that interests me. I genuinely want to go to Galaxy's Edge. I was gutted when I got to go to Disney World back in 2019, but Galaxy's Edge wasn't open yet. I really want to go to Galaxy's Edge. I just don't think the pack did it justice. I think Star Wars could have been such a cool theme, but we didn't have any of like the Force or the Star Wars lore. There was no no danger elements to it. Sims can't like die at all. So therefore, I just wouldn't. I know I wouldn't spend my money. Dream home decorator, again, I personally wouldn't spend my money on it. I like all the stuff that comes with it, don't get me wrong. I quite enjoy Create a Sim. I really enjoy the build and buy mode side of things. But the gameplay for me is just build and buy mode with like a fancy label stuck on it. There's also a ton of glitches and bugs. And I personally just don't think it added anything new for like the price tag that it actually has. Stuff packs, they actually are interesting. When they first came out, they were £5. I actually paid for stuff packs up until Spooky Stuff, I think, or maybe Movie Hangout. I think Cool Kitchen was the last one I spent my money on, which I will never live down. That's the biggest regret of mine, but we'll get into it. And now they're like £8. So they've increased a lot. However, I do think that the amount of assets have increased. The gameplay has significantly increased. Luxury party stuff, would I buy it on sale? Only for the buffet table. The only thing that could ever convince me to buy this is the fountain and the buffet table because I use it at events. Like if I host a wedding, it's just such an easy object to have on the lot. You don't have to hire a caterer. Perfect patio stuff. I probably would have bought this when it came out because this was the only way you could have hot tubs. And I feel like hot tubs are a thing, like they have been a thing in The Sims 4, so I bought this. Like, I can say I would put my money down on it because I did put my money down on it. If I was buying it after the 20th anniversary, in which we got a hot tub for free, I would not spend money on this in this day and age because we already have one hot tub. Unless you want a bigger choice of hot tubs, this pack is irrelevant. You can ignore it. Sims 4 Cool Kitchen, absolutely not. No doubt about it. I hate it. It's my least favorite pack in The Sims 4 ever. I never use the ice cream. I know some people might disagree with that. I spent my money on it and I've never regretted anything more. The builders are yelling at me right now because I know that the builders love the kitchen that came with that, but like, no, thank you. The Sims 4 spooky stuff, weirdly, I quite like spooky stuff. I can't remember the last time I threw like a spooky dress up party. I do like having the option in my game though, especially if you tie this with seasons. I feel like I would buy spooky stuff and seasons together as a bundle. I do wish that they had just held off on spooky stuff and released it with seasons. Like that would be the best option. But obviously they didn't do that. I honestly probably would wait till it was on sale, but I do quite like it. I love being able to carve pumpkins, especially now you can get your own pumpkins in Cottage Living as well. Movie hangout stuff, absolutely no doubt about it. I personally love movie hangout stuff. I love having movie nights. I love the popcorn maker. I genuinely love like the hippie boho vibe of the Create a Sim. It's always been one of my favorite older stuff packs. It has a special place in my heart, and I genuinely think I would still spend $7.99 on it even to this day. I know a lot of people wouldn't. I personally would. Sims 4 romantic garden stuff. Again, it seems to be one of the favorites with the builders. I would not buy it. Absolutely no. I never use anything from it. I use the fountain like once in a blue moon, but it's just not my forte. I don't like landscaping. Kids room stuff, I would genuinely buy this for void critters. I really love the whole void critter element of The Sims 4. I love like the lore that comes with it, how it's kind of like Pokemon. I just think it's really, really cute. I don't know if I would buy this one straight away. I probably would, because I'd be like, oh yeah, this is finally something that like gives more for my kids to do. It doesn't give a lot. It gives you like the puppet show and then void critters, but I think I would be drawn in by those two things. So I would still spend my money on this to this day. Backyard stuff, no, I would not spend my money on backyard stuff. I use the slip and slide like sometimes if I have kids in my household and like they're having like a summer bash, but I wouldn't just buy it for that slip and slide. So no, I would not spend my money on backyard stuff. Again, with Vintage Glamour, I really like some of the Create a Sim stuff. I probably eventually would buy it because of the Create a Sim, but like butler wise, I never ever use butlers. Bowling night stuff, I think I would buy. I don't know if I would buy it straight away. I really like bowling in The Sims 4. I like setting up kind of like an arcade pizza bowling scenario. I think it's really cute to like get teenagers out of the house and like have them like hang out with their friends and stuff, have birthday parties there. So I probably would buy bowling. Fitness, I would not buy. I'm not interested in fitness stuff. I love the build and buy mode. I love like the wood and like industrial tones that came with that pack. Would it be enough for me to spend my money on? I don't think so. Toddler stuff, I think I just want more for toddlers, so I think I would buy that, because we all know that The Sims 4 is lacking in family gameplay. Does it add a lot? It adds like the toddler play dates, which I would enjoy, so I think I probably would buy toddler stuff. Laundry day, I was so dead set against, but I personally would buy it. That's not to say that I use laundry a lot. Like, I don't use it all that often. Laundry does annoy me, but like, I love the creator sim that came with laundry day. I love the whole aesthetic of the pack. So yes, I would buy it. My first pet stuff, you lot know I don't agree with the premise of this. I don't like the base game recolors that we got in Creator Sim. I don't like how you have to have cats and dogs to access half of this pack. I don't like how build and buy mode looks like it should have been in cats and dogs. I do really like the death. I really like the Rabid Rodent Fever, and I think I would buy it for Rabid Rodent Fever. I think this would be one that I tried to resist, to like stick it to the man and like show EA that, hey, I don't agree with these decisions you have made for this pack. But I think eventually I would cave in and I would want it for the death, because that's just the type of simmer I am. Moschino stuff, I would buy it on release. I really like it. I love the modeling side of things. I love being able to take photographs. I really like Moschino. It surprised me. I would buy it. Tiny Living, I would buy eventually, but it would take me a while. And I think that's because I'm not a builder. It did get me to build, don't get me wrong, but I genuinely just love like Creator Sim. I love the build and buy mode style. So yes, I don't think I'd be able to resist it. Nifty Knitting would have been one I would have bought on release. I absolutely love Nifty Knitting. I love Plopsy. I love the fact that we got level 10 in knitting. Everything about that pack just screams me. Same with paranormal stuff. I personally would have bought paranormal stuff. I don't know if I would have bought it on release. I don't think I would have been quite that enthusiastic. I do like paranormal, but I don't think I'm gonna get like loads of use out of it. I like the medium skill. I think it's just very specific to a certain type of sim. Would I spend my own money on it? Yes. Would I do it right away? No, I don't think so, but also it is one of the strongest stuff packs that we have for The Sims 4. Bust the Dust, no. I haven't turned on the dust scenario since I got that kit. I would not waste my money on it. I don't like it. It just annoys me. I've talked about this in my overview. It is not for me. The fact that they sold hoovering as gameplay doesn't sit right with me. Country Kitchen kit would have been the only kit I feel like would have got me on release. However, obviously we now have cottage living, which the kitchens differ, but there are similarities between them. So I think I would have felt a little bit salty if I had spent my own money on Country Kitchen and then like 2 months later cottage living came out. However, that oven, I just can't resist it. So I think I would pay £5 for the oven, which again, capitalism feckin' wins. Throwback fit kit, I've actually used it more than I thought I would. If I had to spend my own money on it, I think I could resist. I think it would just be like one of those things where I was like, I'm not that fussed. I don't know why they went for a fitness thing. I feel like we have so many fitness clothes in The Sims 4. And Courtyard Oasis kit, beautiful. Beautiful designs. I absolutely love the Moroccan theme. I think it's stunning. This might have made me spend my money, but I probably would have said like, I'm not a builder. I'm probably not going to use it too much unless I saw like really cool lots on the gallery with it and I was like, I need this. I probably could have avoided it. And there we have it. That's my wrap up of would I spend my money on packs if I didn't get them for free in The Sims 4. Obviously, if you're watching this in the future, I've just done all the packs that we have up until like, when am I recording this? August 2021. So I do apologize if there's future packs. You can ask me down below if future packs come out and you want to know if I would spend my own money on them or not. Feel free. I definitely, like I said, I feel like I've become more critical as I've got older, and obviously the more that we've got into The Sims 4, because it makes you think like, well, clearly this isn't happening and this isn't happening and this hasn't been fixed yet. So I think you do become more jaded just like over the years. Obviously when stuff comes out, it is very new and exciting, but I feel like I've finally reached that point probably over the last like 4 years where I've really like sat down and like critically thought about releases and stuff. I like where I am now with my giving feedback. I think I give like good feedback. I feel like I talk about what I think is missing personally, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of the feedback that I give. So I don't know. Let me know what you all think. Do you agree with my decisions? Do you not agree with my decisions? I know I'm in a very privileged position as a game changer, and that's literally all down to you lot who view my videos. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't have this opportunity if it weren't for you sat there right now consuming my content and supporting me. So I very much appreciate you all because you've given me this opportunity in my life. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Speaking of, I still am on the road to 300k subscribers. So if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed and you're new here, hi, my name is Molly. I go by the EnglishSimmer. My pronouns are she, her, and I make Sims videos. Join us. It's a gay old time. I appreciate you all, and I will speak to you all in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Be respectful of each other. I don't have to say it. You lot are always respectful of each other. I appreciate you all. Take care.